We're going.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It is
what? Oh no!
Don't do it.
Oh no! I messed up because I was supposed to go half serious F1 podcast, and we're back.
Do you want to try it again? Do you want to
Yeah,
take it from the top? All right, so I'm going to say, all right, everybody, we are back to
Half serious F1 podcast, and we're back.
Dude, we're back. It's me, your boy Matt, and Rick. I can't believe I just said your boy.
Yeah, boy.
I was going to start this podcast with Forza Ferrari, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen at their home race.
You could still do it.
I can't.
Oh yeah, was he not there?
Who, Davide Valsecchi?
No. Davide Valsecchi.
Yeah, I wasn't doing an impersonation of him necessarily.
Oh, got it.
But
he wasn't there, though.
No, I saw him. He was talking to some people.
See, I wasn't there for the
you don't watch
practice. No, I mean, I usually watch the practices. I didn't for this particular race. I would say that was somewhat of a strategy.
But you don't, well, you could call it a strategy.
It's not a strategy.
But you don't watch like a lot of the talking head stuff.
I absolutely do not watch talking head stuff. He does do some of the talking head stuff. But he also sometimes during practices, he'll stand at like a corner.
Yeah.
And be like, there goes Hülkenberg, and like, this is the corner, whatever.
Yeah, the last time he almost got hit with something on the side of it. What was that?
Oh, yeah, someone went off. Yeah.
He was just like right there. Davide Valsecchi had a great shot for that. Anyways, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Monza today. Yeah, no Ferrari 1-2 unless you count FP1, which apparently Google does in the list of the Ferrari 1-2s. The last one, as a matter of fact, was in, I think I have this down, 2002.
Actual race.
Yeah, the last actual Ferrari 1-2 was 2002, and I think it was Rubens Barrichello and Michael Schumacher for Ferrari. So that would have been the last time they had an actual 1-2 at their home race in Monza. But we digress. It was Max Verstappen's weekend, obviously.
By so long.
Kind of good to see him back in like form. It was a very Max Verstappen weekend. Like it seemed like he was dominating in a way that I haven't seen him like just crush in a while.
Yeah, I would say that was some of the most positive radio comms I've heard in a while.
I really enjoyed Max Verstappen this weekend. I really think he was cool. He was collected. It was like he was finally back in his element.
Yeah. I mean, that's funny because they actually talked about slowly or shortly in the broadcast of how much the drivers actually pay attention to the full race while they're racing.
Yeah.
And it happens that Max was paying attention to, not to get too far ahead.
Yeah, we're getting way far into it, but yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. This is the most fun part.
The part where Lando's pit took way longer than it should have, and that gave Piastri. What I'm trying to say is that Lando got stuck behind Piastri.
Yes, and
Max had something to say about it.
Yeah, what did he say? Do you remember?
Yeah, he said, "What happened? What do you mean?" What did he say? Now I forgot. He said something. Was it how long he took in the?
Yeah, was it just because of a slow pit stop?
Pit stop. Yeah. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, Max Verstappen doing commentary on another driver's or another team's order swap while actively doing the fastest lap. Yeah. While he said that, he was doing the fastest lap, or he had just come off the fastest lap, one of the two. I just thought that was incredible. Speaking of fastest lap, during qualifying where Max Verstappen got pole position, so he ended up, he nailed the fastest lap in the history of Monaco, which was previously held by Lewis Hamilton. Real big history episode.
In Monza or Monaco? I'm sorry.
Oh, God. Did I say Monaco?
Yeah. We were just talking about Monaco, so it makes sense.
We're going to talk a little bit about Monaco here in a second because we got Azerbaijan coming up, but that's another thing, too.
You were talking about his fastest lap.
Yeah, I was talking about his fastest lap, which was 1 minute, 18 seconds, and 792.
So that's the new record at Monza?
Yeah, that's the new lap record at Monza. So congratulations to you, Max Verstappen. It was kind of a dope move to pull that out, honestly.
Yeah, no, he definitely was back. I mean, I don't think he's gone anywhere, but man, it felt like spectacular racing. You're talking about his overtaking, you know, like he getting past and having to give it up, but then passing again and like everything.
I mean, that the first thing, like being the turn 1 incident, where so down the straight, he almost or maybe doesn't push Lando into the grass. I think there's some debate on that. Max was driving straight the entire time. I don't think there was a track for Lando to be on there. So was he giving him space? Was he not? I'm not totally sure what the verdict is on that. I don't think he got penalized.
He is a notorious lawnmower too. So
truly. Like he did. I don't think he didn't even get penalized for that. But what he did get penalized for was that turn 1 corner where he cut off the track. And I think, I'm not even sure Lando pushed him off the track at that point. I think it was just he didn't hit the brakes in time, tried to stay too late and busted it. And so he ended up having to
he knew what he was doing.
Swap with Lando. Yeah.
I mean, he knew 100% what he was doing.
Well, I mean, what are you going to stop?
Yeah, like it's when I see that now, I'm like, okay, that's not like a last minute thing in his head. Or maybe not even in his head, it's just in his bones and blood. It's like, okay, I'm gonna keep late. All right, I'm going straight. This is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
with the reaction time too. It's not even a last. It would be a last second, and not even that. It's last like 10th of a second, 100th of a second that you could even make that decision.
But he's already I guess what I'm trying to say is he's already thinking I'm gonna have to give the thing back if they happen to find that it's very clear that I went off the track. I'm just going to pass him back up.
Yeah, he's playing chess.
Yeah, exactly, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's a champion. There's not too many more reasons for that other than he's just that good.
Yeah, he's. I mean, it's obvious, and I don't know how many times we say it, but yeah, he's good. I guess we can.
Yeah, I mean, I like being able to give Max Verstappen props because as a whole, I'm not a huge Max Verstappen fan, but he's just undeniable. And I think, again, he proved that this race where he's just the best one out there.
Yeah.
So with that, him having to swap places, what I really liked seeing was the way he gave position to Lando. He was like, all right, yeah, whatever, fuck it.
Yeah.
Pulls off, lets Lando get past, and then immediately right on his ass. Yep. And it was just the quickness with which he pounced back. And I think, when does he take him back over? What was it? Lap 4. Lando leads the race.
DNS was, or
DRS
was, how many laps is it around? Because I heard. So
was it later? Yeah, it's not a set number of laps. It's just not the first lap. I think it's between like 2 and 4 or whatever.
So that I know that's when it was first engaged is when he did it.
So well, that makes complete sense. The fact, because he got DRS down the straight. I wasn't sure that was the first lap. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. And so I mean, the timing worked out great for him in so many ways.
Again, he probably knew that. Going in, like, I guess they got to know how many laps in till they get DRS, right?
I'm genuinely not sure. Because I think it could be like the second lap, or it could be the third or fourth lap. I don't know that there's actually a set amount of time. I think it's up to the race stewards.
No, I know, but I'm saying, do they know when they go off the line? Are they already knowing how many laps till the DRS comes in?
I would assume that they have a pretty good idea. I would assume that it's almost certain. But when it comes to that thing, like imagine a wreck or a safety car or some other kind of extenuating circumstances that would otherwise change the ability for DRS to be activated, because they're not going to activate DRS if there's a debris that needs to be swept up.
Yeah. I mean, that, because what I was trying to get to or allude to was that's in the strategy that maybe he doesn't want to pass him until DRS is in. I think because it'll probably flip flop.
Yeah, I think he probably waited as long as he could to try and make that so it was closer to when he would get DRS.
And then he's just gone.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely believe that is within the realm of possibility. But what was more than anything for me was just seeing how competitive the Red Bull was compared to the McLaren. I mean, before DRS, he was right on his ass the entire time. Lando could not shake him. And again, Max is a great driver, but again, the Red Bull this year has not been overly good
on straights.
Especially compared to the McLaren. So the fact that he was able to pull that off, I think, is a really great credit to the way that car was set up and the way that car was designed to begin with. So I think it fought well today, and Max did a good job. I mean, Yuki, where did he end up today? Or again, during Monza?
I want to say like last almost.
Yeah, I would. I don't think he was quite last, because he started ninth or something like that. He didn't do terribly in qualifying, if I'm not, or was he out Q3 or Q1? I can't remember. I don't know, qualifying happened so long ago.
Why do I not see his name?
I don't know. That's not a good sign. There was a good battle between Leclerc and Piastri during some of that time in the first couple laps. Again, where Leclerc showed some competition, but I don't think it was so much the car that was helping him. That being said, Hamilton did some really, really great work after coming back from a 5-place grid penalty. I mean, I think he ended up reclaiming those 5 places at the end of the race.
Oh, 13th.
Again, yeah,
it wasn't bad.
Yeah, so not terrible by Yuki standards, but considering that, as we just checked again, the Red Bull seats are not confirmed for 2026.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of seats open in 2026, so
that's probably a good thing for who? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, with his performance, I mean, you're looking at Yuki ending up in a Sauber, ending up in a Haas. I don't know, whoever's running Honda engines, if anybody's running Honda engines. I don't know. We'll see what happens with Yuki. I'm sure he could go anywhere, but without laying down some really, really good performances over the next couple of weeks. And we only have, I mean, we're going into round 17, Azerbaijan, on the 19th of September. So we have 6 more races after that. I think it's a 24 race season we've got going on this year. He's got to do some work with those, because his performance up until now has been a little bit more miss than hit, and compared to his teammate, who again is a 4-time world champion, it's hard to be compared against. He's still in the same car.
Yeah, but you don't see him coming back and doing numbers like Russell, as far as you know what I mean? Like,
no,
just because your teammate is the best in the world doesn't mean that you're going to be suffering from it.
Yeah,
and absolutely. If anything, you should grow, or at least, I don't know, take some. Is there no pointers being given? I don't know.
Yeah, like, I mean, at that point,
is there like just a wall between them?
I mean, you gotta remember, a lot of these guys are they're still kids in so many ways. I mean, look at Antonelli, who's still being trained. Yuki Tsunoda's not a child by any means, but
no, he was in Drive to Survive, man. He's a person already.
he's a man.
Yeah, he's a man. The whole race, even like throughout the whole race, I was stoked. I sent you a comment about, why can't there be rain? But it really was, I wanted to see Piastri or someone come back and even have a chance, because
I think you got all of that action in Hamilton's performance, but Hamilton started 5 places back.
Yeah, no, overall was a great race. I mean, Leclerc was driving like crazy. He was battling Piastri.
Yep.
A lot of the time.
Again, the early race, it was pretty close between Leclerc and Piastri, but I think that's just because Leclerc is kind of a good defensive driver. Yeah. The moment Piastri got in front of him, Piastri was gone. I mean, the comparison between McLaren and Ferrari in terms of vehicle wise is just not. It's apples
the race
and oranges.
IQ is probably pretty close.
I think they're different kind of racers by all means, but they're both very good. I mean, they're competitive against each other in the same machine, or they would be. There's no record of that.
And then where did it start changing? Because the top 5 stayed the top 5 almost through the whole race, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure what the gap was between Leclerc and Piastri at the end of the race, but it definitely expanded. I'm not sure. I had the results up, but I'm kind of missing them now.
You love to see a nice little Ferrari sandwich. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm stoked on that. And he ended 6th, even with the 5.
Yeah, 5-place grid penalty. Yeah. I mean, he did great, and I mean. George Russell stuck in between them is not a surprising result by any means. He's still doing pretty well overall, and I think the way Kimi Antonelli kind of did over this weekend and some of his more recent performances have been a little bit lackluster. Same thing with Ollie Behrman. Same thing a little bit with Carlos Sainz. And you look at their incident. I mean, they were down the list in terms of grid order, and they crashed with a kind of an amateur contact. Sainz just didn't leave space, and that caused a slight yellow card. But all three of yellow flag.
Yellow flag. Yeah. That was Lawson, right?
No, that was Sainz and Behrman.
Oh wait, who was Lawson and Yuki? There was contact there too.
Oh, was there? I didn't even see that.
Yeah. Well, that was another thing. Well, I did see that on the broadcast.
Oh, okay.
It was I can't even remember how far along. It might have been like mid-race. And they thought that maybe that was some of the stuff that was going on with Yuki, because he was just falling back. And
so if you took damage early on,
they were even telling him that like there was some like radio chatter like, hey, maybe try adjusting a couple things on your thing to adjust for.
You feel that wing nut?
Yeah.
You just tighten that up real quick. You'll be all right.
I mean, that's another thing what's actually on the steering wheel? Like, are you able to?
That's the whole podcast.
Are you able to like change the pitch and stuff of your wings?
There's so much. That's active aero is a thing that's supposed to be coming in 2026.
So you can't do anything with
No, not yet. I mean, you can activate DRS, but that's the only sort of aero activation I think you can adjust at this current point. Suspension you can change.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, there's a couple things that you can change. Brake bias is a big thing. That's something that gets changed like on a turn-by-turn basis.
Yeah. No.
So they'll adjust brake bias.
I see them turning stuff, so I'm like, I know it's not adjusting the time.
Yeah. AC radio.
What time is it? I got to fix the clock. It's out of date again or whatever it is.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what all of them are. I've seen a couple videos of like, let me break down what the controller, what the steering wheel does. It basically is a high-tech controller.
Yeah.
I think some of them have up to like 26 buttons. There's even in Will Buxton's Formula One book, there's even like a full spread of the controller that shows.
Oh, that's badass.
Again, a controller, the
steering module on the steering wheel.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That's a good question. I think we'll revisit that for a short or another episode at some point when we get into it.
That we will get to.
Yeah, when next time Fernando Alonso's steering wheel just flies off while he's driving, if somebody can sort of take a quick photo of it, we'll do a little podcast
breakdown of his.
We should probably wrap up. I know we're probably running on time a little bit.
Let's go through the end of the race. So everything, I mean, there was a lot of swapping of places, but everybody stayed pretty much top 5, top 6.
Yeah.
I mean, Lewis made his way up. So where did he start?
Lewis started 10th because he qualified 5th. Like his qualifying lap was not bad. Again, he got the 1-2, at FP1. Like Lewis and Charles' form over the weekend was pretty good overall. Like Ferrari can't be upset with their performance. It wasn't a Monza 1-2, which is what I know everybody and their brother wanted, but it's not, for what they've been doing this season, seeing both of them in the top 10 even is consistently.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Is pretty good. I mean, Charles Leclerc has been in top 5 consistently almost every race. Hamilton's been top 7 or 8. I mean, he's had a couple weird ones.
Well, this is his first year in the car. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think we see a different Lewis Hamilton towards the end of this year and next year.
Yeah, he seems like he's getting more comfortable. I hope that's not just this race telling me that. We have a lot to look forward with Azerbaijan and a couple races coming up. But Anyways, let's talk. The last thing we really, really need to talk about, I've been kind of waiting to talk about, is just the Lando Piastri swap in general. I mean, did we cover that enough?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about towards the end of the race and the tire strategy.
I mean, that's the biggest thing going on with this whole race is...
Yeah, the tire strategy, because you even heard them talking about it on the radio. If this is an undercut thing with my own teammate, is this like... And where I don't know if there's a defined line of when it comes to strategy, who's on top, who takes precedent on.
I would say it's the race leader. The race leader should be able to dictate when they get their pit stop, as opposed to, or at least relative to their teammate. That's what I would say specifically, unless of course there's championship points in contention. Like,
because I thought about that too. Like, what if Ferrari's? I'm just going to throw points out there because I'm not going to do any math right now. I'm not going to do any math. Let's say Max needs 5 points to win the championship.
But Yuki's in front of him.
No, I'm going to use McLaren, and McLaren is behind him.
Yeah,
or 1, 2, or 2, 3 McLaren. I'm going into it.
Yeah,
Lando's right behind him.
Yeah,
he needs.
You're trying to do math.
I'm trying to do math. What I'm saying is that
if Lando needed the points to win the championship, but Piastri was in front of him, would you swap?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think if the championship hangs in the balance, if it's the last race, and that's what determines in it.
Yeah, yeah, that's stupid.
Then you absolutely
swap.
But it was round 16. It's not necessary. It was a team fuck up, but it's a part of racing.
Okay, I think that's where I was going. Let me get back to it. So, yes, that's pretty obvious. But now start working backwards. Where does it then kind of start breaking down into what's racing, what's team orders, what's...
Yeah.
It's so rough because we were talking about like who... Is there one, or I was asking if there was one pit crew.
Yeah, and there is one pit crew per team, so there's no 2 drivers have different pit crews. So, and I think that makes sense to me in the sense that it is a team. They should always be trying to do what is best for both drivers. I mean, that's why you have the conversation, I think, that Lando has going into the pits where he says like, hey, like, how are we stacking this? I'm currently in the lead. I don't want to drop it to Piastri if it means pitting now. Like, I don't think that's fair. And it's not really fair.
No, it's not fair.
If you're on a team, whoever's got the position as you're going into the pits, they're both going to pit around the same time period anyways. If they were on wildly different strategies, like, again, it was a one-stop race. So if Piastri had stopped at lap 21, again, this wouldn't even be a problem, but there wouldn't even be team orders to make because, like, the order in which they were pitting wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
In this case, I think, the order in which they pit mattered very much because they were so close together, and it still needed to be a fair fight. If they had let Piastri undercut, that would have made no sense. We would have been here talking about that all day long because that would have been ridiculous. The reason I think they swapped is because it was a team screw up. I think it was because it was, honestly, you can point to the front left wheel guy and be like, dude,
He got some shit.
I bet. I don't know anything. I didn't follow up on that story at all. Do you know anything about what happened to him? No, I mean, I imagine...
Down by the river probably now?
I don't know. He probably got razzed a bit, but I imagine we'll see that same guy. I mean, thankfully he was wearing a helmet when it happened. But I need to like deep dive on Reddit because I know somebody has figured out exactly who that guy is.
That's jacked up because now, a bunch of comments.
No, he's going to get swatted by McLaren fans, which, of all the things, please never harass anybody that is doing their job.
No.
Jesus Christ.
That's definitely not easy.
Yeah, no, I feel bad for the guy. Like, it was a screw up. It was probably his fault. Again, I've never run the front left wheel gun for a Formula One team, so I'm not going to say that I could have done it better or what he should have done differently, but you can kind of point to the guy holding the wheel gun and be like, hey, it seems like you had an issue there.
But what is the thing? Because he obviously came off of it.
I think it wasn't tightened all the way.
But is there a sensor? Is that
I
what's
imagine
going on?
I think it's a high-tech torque wrench, and it should hit to a certain point, and maybe it didn't hit to that certain point.
And
that's why they're lit up.
So you're right. And his reaction was like, "That's how long it takes. I'm done."
I think
and then
so.
Did not look at the light.
I think so. Again, I'm not going to slow motion this. I'm not going to freeze frame a front wheel. Wheel gunman.
It doesn't matter. The team messed up. The team's got to make it right. Piastri was in third, so he will keep third. Lando was in second. He keeps second. No further discussion.
I think Piastri absolutely has the right to be indignant about it.
No.
I think he does. He did the right thing already.
His own team messed up.
Exactly. He should be mad at the team.
He should be, but not really, because he didn't lose a place.
No, but he would have gained that place unless he was asked to swap it. That's where the issue of team orders come in. That's where you ask the question of, is this even racing anymore? But it is a team sport to a certain degree. I don't know, it's a very gray area. I believe that Piastri has the right to be pissed off at his team for putting him in that position, but I also believe that the team has the right to ask them to swap. Piastri could have not swapped, and he would have gotten those points. He would have just been an asshole for doing it.
But if you look,
it's his car.
So if you go back, Woody had enough speed to then overtake him as Lando came out.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in a way, yeah, I can see now how he could be mad because, hey, I'm building up to overtake him when he comes out of the pit.
Yeah.
You guys screwed up, so I took that place.
Absolutely.
Now I have to go further down where it might not be convenient to pass him, swap places, and then start racing.
Because he had a lap of warm tires. He was already putting up real good time. I mean, he was only...
I'd be pissed.
It was only a pit stop time discrepancy of like 3.2 seconds, which is like, and it was lap 48 or something like that of 52. Like,
would they have made him give back the place if he overtook him like right after he came out?
No. If Lando had come out right before Piastri, if it had been a battle right before Piastri, they would have never made him change the place. I think it's because
now I am upset.
They literally told Lando, "Hey, we're not gonna undercut you."
I'm re-upset.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's a complex situation. Maybe not one that should be analyzed too much further than what we've just done.
Yeah,
but a complex situation nonetheless. So we'll leave it at that. I agree with a lot of things. I'm not being controversial anymore. We know what happens. Let me end it there. We've got.
And could it be that they're pitting back to back, and the second time around they're going to be a little bit fatigued?
It could be. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Again, it's lap to lap. We've already established. We're not here to witch hunt the wheel gun man.
No, I'm not trying. That's what I'm trying to advocate for a second pit crew.
You really appreciate European labor standards.
I think Lando should have his pit crew. And I'm talking about all the teams.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Hamilton should have his own team. Leclerc, and then that way it's because don't they have their own engineers?
Well, they have their own racing engineers, but not necessarily mechanics.
But like in their ear, they have their own.
Yes, they have their own.
So why wouldn't they have?
Because that's one guy and not 26. It makes it it would make it much, if that was a rule, it would make it much more challenging for teams like Williams and Haas and Sauber and Alpine to exist and compete against larger teams who probably could afford an extra 26.
For those people, they give them teams. There's like like people waiting, like, oh, whose team am I?
You get a volunteer.
You get a
dude. If we could get back to like 17-second pit stops with guys like running around the cars, dude, cigarette hanging out.
I mean, I mean that does get into a whole other like. So, do we need 2 garages? Or, you know what I mean? Like, 2 lanes.
Who gets the better pit crew?
Who gets the better lane?
You know, you might as well train one pit crew really well.
You know what I think this settles it all.
You tried to solve the problem.
This settles it all.
Okay, settle it.
Tandem race cars.
Oh my God, yeah, like Mario Kart Double Dash, and they have to like swap every now and then.
And whoever's driving, that's who gets the points.
No, dude, that defeats the whole purpose of tandem race cars. Why not everybody gets? Never mind. I'm not having this debate with you. Tandem race cars.
I mean,
we saw them at IndyCar. Remember the testing? Yeah. You can get in the drive with the hot lap thing that you can do. We'll do that one day.
Tandem race cars.
Dude, that's our shirt.
Tandem race cars. 6 wheels. Let's go back to 6 wheels.
6 wheels. Yeah, that was like one season and it failed spectacularly. And V10 naturally aspirated engines, which is what everybody else and their brother is calling for. Every article I see on Formula One news is always like, and also it would be better if they were V10 naturally aspirated. I was like, okay, guys, we're literally moving to like biofuel, like an algae. I don't think we're going to V10s, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, we got Azerbaijan coming up. The Monaco of the Middle East, even though it's not in the Middle East. What are your? You know what? I wanted to do this bet with you. So Rick and I were actually here at Zito's earlier this afternoon. I was running a little bit late as usual. Rick bought my sandwich and my chips, and I think that was how much? How much was it? Do you know?
I do not remember.
All right. Well, maybe we'll add that as a graphic or something.
It was a Reuben.
It was it was a large Reuben.
Yep.
With a bag of chips.
Yep.
And a drink.
Yep.
So large Reuben chips and a drink, and it was delicious, by the way.
Yep.
So we'll tabulate that up, and then that is what I am betting Rick. Who's going to DNF first at Azerbaijan? It's notoriously tight street circuit. Somebody always DNFs. There's always at least one crash. I think I actually had the list of who did last year. It was Lance Stroll and a couple other people.
Well, that's cool. Can we just automatically push Lance Stroll?
We're not gonna. We're not gonna make him a part of the bet because I think we both agree that that's probably gonna happen.
Yeah. Honestly, I was gonna go just black horse or like someone you wouldn't.
Oh, dark horse,
not black horse.
Black horse,
dark horse. I was gonna say Sainz.
Oh my God, dude, are you kidding me?
No.
I was gonna say Carlos Sainz because of what happened last week. Okay, we'll take both sides of the of the lap 50 something crash.
So 25 and 25, or what do you mean?
No, so you take Sainz and I'll take Behrman to DNF first at Azerbaijan next week.
They're not on the same team. There's no Williams and Haas.
No, I know they're not on the same team. We're just betting who's going to DNF.
Okay. Yeah, no, I thought you were, when you said opposite side. I thought,
no. I don't. I actually think Alex Albon's going to do really well. Yeah. So I don't want to bet against him at all. And remember, Behrman was my rookie of the year prediction too. Yep. So let's see how this goes. So
you're saying Behrman?
Yeah, I think Behrman is going to DNF first or at least before Carlos Sainz, and you're going to say Carlos Sainz is going to DNF before Behrman at Azerbaijan. So we'll find out at Baku on September 21st, the race day in Azerbaijan. It's probably going to be at like 6 in the
Can
morning.
you go to last year? And
Last
see
year,
where it was?
Azerbaijan, yeah.
And see who DNF'd then?
Yeah, let me look. Do you want to
other than Lance Stroll?
Yeah, I can look at 2024 here, and I'm pulling up Azerbaijan, who DNF'd. It was Carlos Sainz,
No way.
Lance Stroll, and Yuki Tsunoda. So if I had gone Yuki, I would say that, but I'm not gonna put that on.
I didn't
Yuki.
see that.
Yuki didn't start.
I didn't
actually.
see that report. I didn't.
Well, there you go. You just a good guesser. So hopefully Carlos Sainz.
Oh, I was floating between Yuki and Sainz.
That's so funny.
And it just
dude.
happens to.
I was going to
both
say
of them on
Bortoletto, but I think honestly because of the contact from last week, I really do want to make my bet Behrman. So
And I don't know if I used the phrase "dark horse" in the right way. Anyways,
I don't know. I guess yeah, because he did crash last year, he's not a dark horse.
not a
Although
dark
I never would have expected him to.
so yes, neither one of us. So that is the right way to use it.
Sure. Should we wrap it up?
Let us know if that was the right way to use it.
Yeah, give us grammar lessons in the comments. At least comment something. I don't know. I haven't seen a single YouTube comment. We've got like a couple dozen subscribers, I think. So to all you guys out here still watching, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We love you for doing it. It's going to be a really great race next week. Come to Zito's if you're ever in San Antonio. Say hi.
Yep.
Like, subscribe, watch the race, comment. Who do you think is going to DNF first at Azerbaijan or at Baku?
And this will be out before that race.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, guys.
All right,
See
guys.
ya.
Peace.
Bye.